Yo guys, what's going on? It's Aces here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a new weapon that could potentially be coming to Escape from Tarkov. And I put emphasis on that because none of this is fact here today. This is all speculation based on a tweet from Nikita. Nikita, I love you, man, and I know you kind of hate when people basically make speculations and G11 confirmed in quotations, but at the end of the day, it is my job to create content for your beautiful and lovely game that we all love and enjoy, so do not be mad at me personally. I love you dearly, and your game is amazing. But, Nikita with the tweet, what is your favorite unpopular gun? Mine is the Heckler & Koch G11. The G11, honestly, the only memory I have of this weapon, I think, is from Black Ops 1, and I can actually probably throw an image up on screen for you guys of the Black Ops 1 G11. At least I think it was called that. It might have been called the G10 or some shit, but it was a very long time ago. It was definitely an interesting weapon, but I didn't actually know it was real. And until now, I did a little bit of research on it, and it's actually pretty fucking crazy. I didn't do too much research on it, so I'm not a G11 expert by any means, but it uses a caseless ammunition, 4.73 by 33 millimeter caseless ammunition. That's fucking weird, bro. You know, I would actually love to take a deep dive into the G11 and really do some research on it because it seems like a really interesting weapon. It seems to be that it has a detachable box magazine with a 45 or 50 round detachable box magazine. The barrel is 540 millimeter and it has basically an effective firing range of about 400 meters. So it's not going to be crazy, but 400 meters in Tarkov terms, that's kind of crazy. So the G11's fire rate is actually going to be 460 rounds a minute on full auto, but in 3-round bursts, it's going to be 2,100 rounds a minute. 2,100 rounds a minute on 3-round bursts. Unless I'm reading the information wrong here, which is entirely possible. Like I said, I am not a G11 expert, but if we actually were able to put 2,100 rounds a minute downrange, that would almost double the firing speed of the 45 Vector, which I think sits at 1,100. Let me double check on that. Like I said, the 45 Vector, I think, is sitting at 1,100. 45 ACP Vector is sitting at 1,100 rounds per minute. So I would assume there is literally no firing cap when it comes to your rate of fire. So I think right now there is, for semi-automatic rifles, a cap on your fire rate. I think it's limited to like 7.3 rounds a second or something on semi-automatic rifles. It's something like that. I don't have the exact statistic, but it was nerfed. I assume since it would be a burst, maybe, just maybe, that bitch might be pumping out some serious lead. And honestly, man, like I said, some of this information could be wrong. It's all speculation. I'm just reading what I see in front of me from our lovely source of Google. So, you know, if I am wrong on anything, I do apologize. You can always correct me in the comments. But the fact is, we could see a G11 in Escape from Tarkov. Why is it that simple? Nikita tweets out his favorite weapon is this that's not in the game yet. And it's actually that simple. It really is that simple. It's Nikita's game. He is the head of Tarkov, or he's the head of studio of Battlestate Games, which is then making him the game director of Tarkov. It's one of those. It's either flip-flop, but I think I got it right on the second go-around. This is Nikita's game. So if Nikita wants something in the game, it's going to get done. It's as simple as that. If he thinks there's no place for this prototype G11 to be an Escape from Tarkov, then it won't be in the game. It's literally as simple as that. So, you know, we might not see a G11, but at the end of the day, we might see a G11. And that would be really cool. It would be one of those really funky guns that, you know, everybody's going to use for a wipe, and maybe they kind of fall off and don't use it anymore. You know, a gun that I can just think comes to mind right away is the STM. The STM is a fucking ton of fun to use, but it's just not good enough for us to use it. That's the only problem, because it's very situational. You have to play very slow with it, and at that point, you're better off just bringing an ADAR or a Lone Star in to raid with you. So the STM is super situational. It's one of those really fun guns to use since it does use 9mm Glock mags, but at the end of the day, it's just one we might not touch a lot, and that might be how the G11 goes. But at the end of the day, who knows? It could be meta with a brand new ammunition being introduced into Escape from Tarkov, if it ever happens. Everything in today's video was purely speculation based on Nikita's tweet. None of this is confirmed information, so if there would ever be anything that goes into ETS, I'm not on ETS. I have never been invited to ETS. I have put in my application. So, Nikita, I didn't break any embargoes. I didn't break any NDAs. Love me forever, because we will love you forever. That is going to do it for the video here today. If you enjoyed it or found it informative at all, I don't know if it's real. I mean, I guess, hey, you learned about the G11, so shit, I guess it's informative. Leave that like, man. Subscribe if you're new. Sponsor and equipment description below. It's going to be it for me. Thank you for stopping by. I'm out.